What's up, everybody? It is Josh with Reddit Viper, coming at you again with a war recap video. This was a recent war from this past week. We did another one of our potluck wars. Those of you that aren't familiar with potlucks, it's a bunch of Fairplay clans, probably 40 or 50 or maybe even more than that, clans participate and just all agree beforehand to spin with agreed upon town hall makeups. So everyone doesn't have the same war weight, obviously, but they're close enough, you know, where everyone has the same town hall makeup. So there's 4 different divisions, I think: heavyweight, middleweight, lightweight, and welterweight. We spun in the middleweight division, which was 2 town hall 11s, 6 town hall 10s, and 22 town hall 9s. So we matched up with this clan called Fight Club, which we didn't know anything about, hadn't encountered them before or talked to them or anything. But they were part of the potluck as well. Didn't really know what to expect. We were actually a little frustrated initially because they spun with an extra Town Hall 11, which was, you know, kind of outside what was supposed to be happening. But it turns out they're pretty cool guys. We talked to them after the war. They're a newer war clan, and they didn't really understand, you know, how big of a deal it could be to have an extra 11. In their case, it didn't end up, you know, benefiting them as much because, like I said, they're newer to the war scene and still kind of getting things worked out. But great war to you guys, Fight Club. You had some good bases, had some decent attacks. So keep up the good work, guys. Cool guys over there, though. So all right, let's get to it. So pull up the maps here. Our side, we had some decent bases for this war, and they had trouble with some of them on their side of the aisle. We cleared all of their Town Hall 9s with our Town Hall 9s, so that was that's what our goal is with the 9s. So good job to all our Town Hall 9s. Their Town Hall 10s we got all cleared out as well, and 2-starred all of their Town Hall 11s with our Town Hall 10s, jumped up and hit their Town Hall 11s for 2 stars, allowing our 11s to dip and clear their 10s. So great war all around by Viper. Really, proud of the effort and everything. A couple things to point out before we get to some videos here. We like to recognize our 6-star assassins always. So we had first up Monster Joshy, number 30, with 2 fresh hit 3 stars. It's a great job, Monster, with the 6-pack. Tom, number 29, had a 6-star war as well. Cleared out number 23, first hit, and then did a cleanup attack. Macphet, number 27, one of our elders, had a 6-pack as well. And then Winston, newer member, great war. Winston had a couple of nice attacks there. Both of those fresh hits as well. Next up, sorry about that, Pritz. Pritz had a fresh hit on their number 9, which was their top Town Hall 9. We're going to watch that attack and a cleanup. So great war, Pritz, another one of our leaders. I had a 6-pack there, and DB, our last Town Hall 9, I think, with a 6-pack. Both of his were fresh hits as well. I think that was DB's first war back in a little bit with his Town Hall 9, so great job, man. And then we had Falcon, who is actually was a Town Hall 10 at the start of the war. He had already popped his Town Hall 11 a couple weeks ago, however long it takes, and he finished up because they had the extra Town Hall 11. Initially, he was going to attack before his 11 finished, but because they had the extra 11, he just held his attack so that he could have that Grand Warden for his attack. So we're going to watch one of his attacks, even though it's a Town Hall 11, technically dip on a Town Hall 10, but the only thing he had was the Grand Warden. Otherwise, he was still a Town Hall 10. So we'll watch that one. And then Mr. Matt, 3-star with a 6-pack, as he had last potluck and as he has a lot of wars. So great job, Matt, killing those Town Hall 10s. So all right, let's jump to, one other thing I wanted to, I did this with the last potluck, looked at the breakdown of attacks. We had 9 HGHB attacks, 3-star bases. 8 of those were first hit 3-star. So HGHB is still a really strong and popular attack at Town Hall 9. Blue veler, 8 of those were cleared, bases. 5 of them were first hits. We had 2 stoned hobo clear bases. One of those was a first hit. A stoned bolo, a shattered GoVaHo, which we're going to watch that one. Becki had a great hit. And then GoLaloon had one of those clear base. So still a lot of diversity at Town Hall 9, but by far HGHB and Blue veler are the 2 most common, most popular. So all right, let's get to some attacks here. We've got, first up, we're going to watch number 14, which is Princess Leane, which I didn't know I was pronouncing her name wrong the whole time, but she is our clan leader. So we're going to watch her hit on number 14. She ran on HGHB. Let me get it pulled up here. Alright, so I'll just draw it out here. She had a really smart attack here. So she's going to come in from over here. This east side is where her main attacking force is going to come from. You'll see she's going to take out this mortar first with a giant and a couple of hogs. And the purpose behind that is to make sure that her funnel gets set. She's going to clear all of this out with wizards and all of this out with wizards. And she wants to make sure that this mortar doesn't disrupt that funnel at all. So she's going to... I'll just let it play here. So she's going to drop that giant, drop a couple hogs on it, just to, again, get that mortar cleared out so that then she'll drop her giants with the healers behind it. They're obviously not going to have any trouble with 4 healers on them, taking the fire from the Expo and the cannon archer tower. That stuff's not going to affect the giants at all. Gets her queen down, and she's just really patient with waiting before she drops her Barb King and her bowlers. And watch how much value she gets from the kill squad. You know, obviously the clan castle is going to get taken out by a couple of wizards and the archer queen in there, but she clears out this whole section with her kill squad. The other thing, so the 2 most important things with HGHB that we've found are setting a good funnel, making sure that your giants and bowlers and healers and heroes get into the base. And then the second thing is patience with hogs. So many times we see attacks fail because people get impatient or start to panic and just release all their hogs. When their main attack force slows down, their hogs just start, they just drop a pack of hogs, and there's no tanking being done for the hogs. So she's really patient. You'll see I think she started out with 9 hogs. And she's only dropped 3 so far. Just picked off a couple of defenses, and now she's just going to trickle hogs in. This one gets picked off by that cannon. So she realized, okay, not time yet. Hold off. Wait till their stuff is tanking. She's also got the archer queen still up over there. So watch. She's just going to be patient. Wait until that archer queen locks on to the main attack force. I think her archer queen comes over and locks on to the enemy queen. And then she's going to go ahead and get those hogs out there. She's still got both her heals. Honestly, she probably could have cleared this base without using either of those heals. But let me move us up here. Yeah, so she's gonna as soon as the queen's locked, then there go the hogs. So she's gonna take that queen out. She's gonna heal her hogs up, which is smart because she's getting a little thin on troops here. So better to not mess around. That she could have probably just used 1 heal. I mean, it doesn't matter. You have them, might as well use them. But she could have probably just dropped that heal more centrally and swagged the other one. But yeah, at this point the base is wrecked, and that's it. 3 stars. So great job, Prin. Alright, next up we have Bex on number 13. Another one of our co-leaders. There we go. Alright, so she is running a Shattered GoVaHo. So this is a nice attack. We don't see as many GoVaHos. This was a cleanup attack, so she knew there's a Tesla here and a Tesla here. And so she's going to drop her golems, backed up by wizards. I think she drops a giant with a couple of wizards to take out this mortar to make sure her golems don't trickle over that way. And she's going to drop a jump here, which this base sets up really well. She takes out both Expos quickly, takes out the CC, obviously. And at that point, she gets the Archer Queen and Barb King fairly early on as well. And at that point, the attack is pretty well, set. So I'll let it run here. And then it's just a matter of her hogs. Actually, we'll see as this attack goes on. She doesn't actually, her hogs just don't do very well. They I think she loses a bunch of spring traps, and she doesn't get a huge amount of value for them. So it ends up where the attack, you know, she gets a little thin on troops towards the end. Not, you know, it was a well planned attack. No criticism in that. Just the hogs kind of trickle out, which that's why we don't see as many mass hog attacks, or you know, Shattered GoVaHo and stuff like that. We don't see it as much anymore because it really does seem like, even though they haven't directly nerfed hogs, with spring traps being a little beefed up, it just seems like their hog-based attacks are tougher these days. She does spend a couple hogs just taking out some buildings over on the sides that are tanking or trying to take out buildings that were tanking on the kill squad. But oh yeah, one thing I wanted to point out. So I forgot, she dropped that first heal perfectly. She still has all her Valks and her heroes full health. And I think if she didn't have those heals placed perfectly, where, you know, everything stayed up, her Valks and heroes stayed up full health, I think this attack might have trickled out at the end, because like I said, her hogs, she just doesn't get as good a value as, you know, as would have hoped. But yeah, so at this point, you know, there's still a decent amount of base left, but she's still got a bunch of Valks kind of roaming around. And her queen still has full health. She still has both her heroes' abilities. So I'm just gonna run it at, you know, 2 speed here, because it does take a little bit of time to develop here. It really works out well. This Golemite comes over, and she ends up getting it just tanks for her queen a little bit, while her queen works her way through these last defenses. So yeah, I mean, it's fun seeing she got unlucky with those giant bombs right as she popped her queen ability, but yeah, she still got it. So great job, Bex. Yeah, well planned attack, and the hogs didn't cooperate perfectly, but she still got it done. So good to see a good old GoVaHo, Shattered GoVaHo. All right, next up we've got Pritz on number 9. Oh yeah, this was a good attack. Oh yeah, so Mo Freezy hit the base just as a kind of a practice attack after it was already cleared, but Pritz was the man to clear it first. Here we go. So Pritz ran a blue veler. Mentioned that there were quite a few of these this war, but wanted to point Pritz's out. It didn't actually go perfectly according to plan. This was a first hit, and so he didn't know what to expect out of the CC. Interesting base. They had some good base designs over on the Fight Club side, so we had fun with their bases. Had this, you know, kind of semi-island expo, which you'll see it survives through the whole attack. That's the last thing to get cleared. The heroes compartmentalized up here, and I don't really like this CC being up here by itself, or being up here so easy to lure. We've seen this on some bases of late where the CC is just a really easy lure, and I don't think it benefits anything. You know, I think you can easily put it more centralized in the base somewhere and still make it a tough lure, and that's, in my opinion, a better base design. But other than that, this was a interesting base. So yeah, so Pritz is going to come in from he's going to do his queen charge up through here, and I think his goal was to take out these 2 air defense with his queen. That's in a blue veler attack. That's what you want to do, is get a couple of air defense out. So that was his plan. It didn't work out, because I'll let it play here because it takes a little bit of time to develop. But you'll see so he drops his queen. At some point he's going to drop a couple barbs up here to lure the clan castle. And what happens is it's a lava hound in the clan castle that pops out. So this is a first attack. He doesn't know. Definitely didn't expect a lava hound, because I don't think there had been any other ones. This might have been the only Town Hall 9 with a hound. And so at that point, when the hound comes out, he knows it's going to take a while for his queen to deal with it, and he's probably not going to have time to take out both of these air defense before he drops his main attack force. So he improvises. You'll see he drops his king up here, up in this area, to start to make his funnel, and then he's gonna just let his Valks go into this area, his Valks and bowlers. So his queen is still working on that lava hound all that time. So he's down to 2 minutes. With blue veler, you can take a lot of time on your queen walk, queen charge. Actually, I always make my clanmates nervous when I do them, because I take quite a bit of time with the queen charge portion. But but yeah, so at this point he's dropped his Valks. He's got his healers down. They're going to keep his king alive, which actually is pretty important. Not in a typical blue veler, you don't really care, but on this attack, because of the way stuff tracks, it helps out that he keeps his king up. So yeah, they just start working their way around. They're going to come through, take all this out. I think they do pop outside at this point, yeah. So the whole goal of these island defenses, like you'll see air defense or Expos in island. I think we watched another attack where there's island ITs on a Town Hall 10. The purpose of them is, like, look at these bowlers. They just completely ignore it because they only look at defenses that are within 3 spaces of the wall. So this Expo is outside of the bowler's sight range, and so they just walk right by it, which it doesn't end up, it doesn't bother him on this attack because he's got the healers and everything, but he burns a rage there on the queen because she's getting low. I think a couple of these healers on the queen got picked off, but yeah, that Expo ends up being the thing that survives all the way through to the end of the attack, but he's still got plenty of Valks left. His bowlers do all get picked off, but his queen full health, king full health. So like I said, if he might have been close on time if that king didn't survive. Oh, he does have a bowler down there. But if his king didn't survive through it all, I don't know. It might have been close on time. But he does get over there, gets that Expo, has a poison to swag and a little barbarian down there. So, but yeah, great attack, Pritz. Like I said, first hit on their top Town Hall 9, and he just smashed it. So, love this blue veler attack. It's a good one. All right, so next up, the last couple hits we're going to watch are Town Hall 10 clears. We had Smash on number 7. I think May dipped down and hit it. May's one of our Town Hall 11s, but Smash did a totally different hit as a practice attack. He wasn't going to get 3 stars on the Town Hall 11s most likely, so ran a practice run here, and it ended up 3-starring. It was just a really well planned hit by Smash. So he comes in, he's going to run a queen walk bring his queen in here. She's going to get in here, lure the CC, and just take out the Barb King, take out this portion here, and then he's going to bring his Valks in. And the things about these 2 Town Hall 10 attacks to watch is just their spell placement. Drops his jump spell perfectly. Make sure that nothing is he drops it perfectly timed and perfectly placed to make sure nothing's gonna jump outside. Everything's gonna go right to this Inferno Tower. And then same thing on the actually he gets unlucky with the other Inferno, but I'm gonna let it run here and then just kind of talk through it as it goes. But Smash always plans his queen walks perfectly. He's really disciplined with the planning. Yeah. Smash for a long time was our big dog Town Hall 9, and he kind of taught all of us Town Hall 9s a lot about the game, and now he's doing the same at Town Hall 10, just progressing really well. He's got those 40/40 heroes, and is pretty much max as far as defenses go. So everything is tracking perfect at this point. Kills that king, hasn't had to use any spells yet at this point. Does get his rage down now. I don't remember if his healers get picked off at all by that air defense, or I don't remember. But yeah, he's got that CC lured, killing that off, and then his Valks, his king, and then he's got giants in the clan castle. So those are going to be the first thing to go down. Make sure he's got a funnel with that one Valk there, and then his giants. This is something we're seeing now with the level 8 giants, seeing people using giants in the clan castle instead of a max golem. So that's a new thing in the game, those max giants. So here he drops that jump spell to make sure with these island ITs you got to get in there and get that cleared out and make sure the Valks don't go outside. And they crush that quickly. He drops a rage there as well, and then his hogs start from the west side over there. He drops that freeze on his other IT, which is great. It keeps his troops alive for a while, but it does wear out, and nothing is near touching that IT. Luckily, he's got these healers, and he's got a heal spell, and he's got his level 40 BK. So Everything else I think dies off except for his Barb King, and this IT is still standing there. So this attack shows the importance of having those heroes leveled up. We see a lot of Town Hall 10s where they've got 27, 28 heroes, and they're not going to be able to survive an attack like this because a level 40 Barb King can last a while under an Inferno Tower. A level 20 something Barb King is going to get toasted. So finally the Queen comes over there and takes it out, and from here it's just cleanup. There's just a couple of defenses, so just run this through here. He's still got loads of troops left. He smashed this base, no pun intended. But so great job, Smash. Good, always fun seeing a 10 on 10 3-star. We're working on getting more of those every war. So all right, and then the last attack we're gonna watch here, there were lots of other cool attacks. Like I said, the Stone Bolo and Stoned Hobo and stuff like that. They're fun attacks, but just only want to take so much time with these recaps. So this was Falcon. I got to shout out Falcon real quick. We use, if you guys aren't familiar with Clash Track, it's what we use for calling bases, and there's a lot of other functionality in it. If you guys aren't using Clash Track, jump on there and start using it as a clan. Falcon developed it. He's the man. So we're glad to have him over in the clan. He's a solid player and a solid obviously developer with that site. So all right, so Falcon's gonna come in here with a really interesting base design. On their side, again, we see the island, the island ITs, which is kind of a anti-bowler strategy. On this base, Falcon figures out a way around it. He still bowls the crap out of this base. So I'm just going to let it run here. He is going to come in from the west side, I believe. He starts it off with a queen walk, and just to set the funnel. That's his main, the main thing with his queen walk, and then he joins his queen up with his bowlers and everything, so that they get those healers on him. But the biggest, watch his spells. The most important thing about this, and in my opinion, from what I know and have seen of Town Hall 10s, really important is spell timing and spell placement. Just so key to make sure you get your spells down right, get your jump spells in the right place where where your troops are going to go. He drops that jump to get the bowlers and the giants in there to that island Inferno Tower, and then he's going to drop a rage as soon as he so he can get it cleared out quick. As well as he's got the Archer Queen there, he's got the loons and everything. The CC. Okay, so look at his spells now. He isn't going to touch his spells again until he gets over to this other IT, and then he's going to drop a jump spell to get his bowlers in there. He's going to drop a freeze on it, and he's going to drop a rage so that he gets it cleared out quick. There it goes. There's the freeze, and here comes the rage. Just so key to use your spells on those Inferno Towers. That's what gets him the 3-star. If those Infernos take out his bowlers right there, you see he doesn't have a ton of bowlers sitting there, and if that Inferno Tower stays up, he's toast, because those healers are only gonna keep those heroes up so long against an Inferno. So yeah, at this point there's still a decent amount left, but he's got that level 40 queen with the Grand Warden behind it, and the healer sitting on it, and a couple of bowlers just helping clear some stuff out. So I'm just gonna run it a little quicker forward here, because it's just cleanup pretty much at this point. We were a little worried about that just timing with that elixir storage in there, because knew nothing was going to get in there and get it, but he had ended up having plenty of time and rolled through it here. Healers get picked off by that the air defense, but no worries, still got that 40 queen, gonna clean up just fine. So great attack, Falcon, all around awesome war. Vipers, good, kudos to you guys, Fight Club, keep up the good work. And yeah, these potlucks are a blast. If you guys are Fairplay and you're not doing these potlucks, I highly recommend find the group on. There's a GroupMe group, and I think there's a Twitter page as well. Or just hit us up, ask us how to get involved, because they're a good time. So all right, that's it. Good war, Vipers. We'll catch you all next time.